So, the criteria for classification of living organisms that Robert Whittaker used are, we are going to see those criteria. The first criteria is complexity of cell structure, means how is the cell of that plant or animal, it is simple or it is complex. Second, complexity of organism, means that organism, that particular plant or animal or microorganism, it is simple or complex, means it is made up of one cell or it is made up of many cells, like this. Third one, mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition means what food they eat and how they eat their food. Fourth criteria that Whittaker considered is lifestyle. Lifestyle means how they spend their life, how they get nutrition. Do they depend on other plants and animals to survive, or they can manage on their own, like this. Last criteria, it is phylogenetic relationship. A relationship means how two different plants or two different animals are related. Phylogenetic means the ancestors, the study of ancestors is seen, like we say we human beings are developed from apes, so apes are our ancestors, like this. When ancestry is studied, it is called phylogenetics. Okay, now we are going to see each criteria in detail. So, the first criteria that Robert Whittaker considered is complexity of cell structure. Children, you have to remember one thing. Robert Whittaker gave this classification for all types of living organisms that are present. He did not just study animals, plants, everything he studied. Okay, so this criteria is applicable for both plants and animals and even for microorganisms. So, the first criteria is complexity of cell structure, means if that particular plant or animal is there, it is living, that means it is made up of cell. So, how is the cell? Is the cell prokaryotic or is the cell eukaryotic? Prokaryotic cell means these cells are very simple, they do not have many parts, like I hope you all remember in 7th standard you have studied plants cell and animal cell structure. So there are parts in the cell, mitochondria, nucleus, Golgi complex, cytoplasm. If those such cell parts or organelles are present, then it is a complex cell. Prokaryotic cell means it is a very simple cell, it doesn't have any extra part. And eukaryotic cells are very complex, they have different parts inside them and every part will have a specific function. So, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells, like this he considered one criteria. Talking about we human beings, we have eukaryotic cells, our cells are developed complex. Prokaryotic cells means bacteria. Then next, complexity of organisms. Complexity means whether that organism is made up of one cell, is it unicellular, or it is made up of many cells, multicellular. We are multicellular. Big plants and trees that we see, they are multicellular. Unicellular organisms means bacteria, amoeba, paramecium. I'll show you the picture so that you will recall it. Look, this is diagram of a bacteria. I hope you remember this. This is from your last year's syllabus. So, this is example of a prokaryotic unicellular organism made up of one single cell. Another example of unicellular organism, prokaryotic organism, is Spirogyra, amoeba and paramecium. You all have studied this. I'm just trying to recall things. So this paramecium, amoeba, Spirogyra and bacteria, they are examples of prokaryotic and unicellular organism.